We're sitting here with author Marvin James with Tate Publishing. We're here to discuss The Secret of Marriage, do the opposite of what I did. And we're talking about Act 2, Marvin, which is Chapter 2. It's called The Interruption. And let me tell you, when I think of an interruption, I think of something very rude. I think of Roxy, your Rottweiler, who has interrupted us quite a few times while discussing this. So, can you tell us what you mean by that and give us a quick summary about what Act 2 is about?
I can't even believe you went there with the dog. Though. You went personal with me. You went in on me. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Act Two is the interruption, and I don't know about you, but every time that I have heard the word interruption, it's always been in the rude contents. How about
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. Yes.
Can you think of a time you know what I'm saying is when somebody said, "Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt."
Well, I can think of being at work and being in the middle of something and trying to concentrate on it, and somebody coming in and saying, "Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt, but," and they continue
They
on.
continue
So,
going with it.
yes,
Yeah, you know what I'm
yes,
saying?
yeah,
Right. So when I think of the word interruption, I think of something rude. But unfortunately, in where I was at in life at this time was if I didn't get that interruption, I was headed for death. I was headed for something uh what I didn't something for what I didn't want to do, and then when
mm-hmm,
I heard when I got the interruption, it was just great because even though it hurt me, it was good for me. Have you
mm.
ever heard that saying? Like what ain't good to me is good for me,
Yeah, yeah, I've
and
heard
that's
that before.
right, and that's the way it was with my interruption at this point in my life.
Mm, I see. So, can you give us a quick summary about what Act 2 is about?
Act two is about. I know you're trying to get me into the book, and I can't go into the book. Tate won't let me get into the book, so I gotta keep it,
Mm-hmm.
keep it shallow.
Right.
I was headed one direction, and it was a bad direction. But
Mm,
I had an interruption that came in, and the interruption in itself was even worse than what the direction I was headed. But
mm.
it stopped. It was a timeout. It was like a grown folks timeout. And every once in a while in life, I think grown folks need a timeout.
Yeah.
But read the book, Act Chapter 2, The Interruption, and you'll love it. It's interruption.
Oh,